Hello, my friends. I just came back from the beautiful Madrid, and I can't wait to share with you my favorite places to visit, eat, and shop. Of course, as a fashion blogger, I will give you a detailed breakdown of the outfits and accessories that I wore during the trip, which helped making the whole experience even more special. If you're interested, please stay until the end of the video. Madrid is about 7 hours away from New York City by plane, and it is the capital and the largest city by population in Spain. Because of the rich history of the city, there are a lot of very grand royal palaces to explore, as well as countless impressive medieval architecture. If you're only in Madrid for a limited amount of time, such as myself, I would spend one day visiting all the historical palaces and another day visiting the gorgeous El Retiro Park. And if you have an extra day to spare, I would hang out in the local neighborhood north of the park and walk along the famous shopping street, Calle De Gran Via. So on day one, where would I recommend you going? One of the most famous landmarks is Plaza Mayor, which has a history of over 700 years. It is now an open plaza full of restaurants and cafes, but it has been the site of many historical events such as public execution, royal crowning ceremonies, and etc. After having some delicious snacks, I would walk north towards the Royal Plaza. The Royal Palace of Madrid is the largest royal palace in Europe, with around 3,500 rooms and 1.5 million square feet of floor space. This is the official residence of the Spanish royal family. You're free to admire this breathtaking palace from the outside for free, but I would recommend purchasing a ticket for around 10 euros to go in. Once inside, you will see the Plaza de la Armeria, which dates back to the 1500s and is very grand. Because of the size of the palace is so large, only a section of the palace is open to the public at a given time, and the route changes every few months, so you get to see something new every time you visit the palace. Before you head out, don't forget to visit the Royal Botanical Garden, which is as remarkable as the palace. Next, I would head over to the Temple of Debod, which is an ancient Egyptian temple in the center of the city. The structure is very impressive, and I would recommend going in the late evening so that you get to see both the daytime and nighttime views. To finish off the day, I would head over to the rooftop restaurant at the Rio Hotel and enjoy some unbelievable views of the city. You have to start the second day of your trip with the world-famous churros. The locals like to dip it in hot chocolate, and my face says it all how good it tastes. The prices are also very reasonable. We spent less than 10 euros for coffee and churros in a cafe north of our destination today. Feel free to take a screenshot of the restaurant if you would like to check it out. The Retiro Park is the country's most renowned park, which used to be a private park to the monarchy before the 19th century. It is located in the center of the city with over 100 acres of green space. The park features a gorgeous lake, an enormous monument, a beautiful rose garden, a big artificial pond, and a very dreamy crystal palace. You will need a whole day to explore this park by foot. you have another day to spend in the city, I would walk along the Calle De Gran Via, which has a wide range of retailers. If you're not into shopping, I would still recommend you visiting, as the street is full of beautiful historic buildings, including the city government building. However, I do not recommend grabbing a bite there because it is a tourist trap. We paid around €100 for this paella, which is very average. For the best shopping and dining experience, I would recommend you going to the Salamanca district, which is north of the Retiro Park. This is the most exclusive neighborhood in Madrid, which was initially developed in the late 19th century for aristocrats. Now the streets are full of designer boutiques and Michelin star restaurants. But don't you worry if you're traveling on a tight budget, because even though this is an upscale neighborhood, you can still find some unique quality gifts under €100. For example, we walked by this very cute little jewelry shop and found some gifts at affordable prices. They specialize in gold and silver jewelries and have some unique designs for baby products. They also offer customization services at no charge if you would like to engrave your name on a necklace or a bracelet, so I would recommend you checking it out. And if you paid attention to the orange bag that I was carrying during this trip, it is actually the Capuchin Mini in lizard leather. I picked up this bag in a Louis Vuitton boutique in this neighborhood. Purchasing this bag in Madrid saves you around 30 to 40% compared to getting it in the US. Plus, they have a lot more selections here. So I would recommend you checking out the Louis Vuitton boutique if you're into luxury fashion. In terms of restaurants, we had dinner at the hotel that we were staying, which is part of the Houlet and Chateau chain. We had a fantastic time both staying and dining there. The name of the restaurant is Aroma, which is a 2 Michelin star restaurant run by Chef Mario Sandova. His philosophy is using fresh and local ingredients with a menu highlighting seasonal foods. We had the Chilean sea bass and the suckling pig. Both dishes were unbelievably good. The prices were also not that bad either. We spent about actually less than €100 for 2 people including drinks, which is a very good value compared to the very average paella that we had on Calle De Gran Via. Alternatively, if you're into street foods, there are many food markets for you to explore. We went to the San Miguel Market by the Royal Palace, which is full of Spanish delicacies, and it is also budget-friendly, which is another plus. Now it's time to review what I wore during the trip. As a disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with any of the brands that I wore. I bought everything using my own dime, including the trip itself. The dress that I wore is from Kate Spade, which is part of their Cucumber Floral collection. The hat is from Anthropologie, which is a staple in every closet. The bag, which I already talked about, is purchased from Louis Vuitton during this trip. The cape jacket is from Zara. It's one of my favorites, and so are the shoes and the dress that I wore to the park. The shoes are from their Real Leather line. I highly recommend it. It's very affordable and very comfortable to walk with. And the pastel color block bag that I wore on the second day is from Emilio Pucci. Sunglasses are from Dolce & Gabbana, and the hat is again from Anthropologie, one of my favorite stores. With that, we'll call it a day. I hope that you enjoyed the Madrid travel guide. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for your support. See you next time.